All right, so here we are. I hear you talking about all these parts we're putting on this RZR.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got going on today?
Those parts are here now. I have been sitting looking at a couple of them for a couple weeks. I'm so excited to get those on. Right here, we've got a stack of nice parts. We went to the track, Dylan and I did, and we've been talking about, you know, what times we're running and stuff, and I had upgrades. And I've been talking about upgrades like since the oil change video that nobody really cared for too much. I thought it was funny. And I said I was getting some parts, and I got some. If you can't see on the little package right here, we have some EVO POWERSPORTS parts. And I haven't opened these yet. Dylan asked me to open them, but I said no because I wanted to get like my genuine thoughts on the stuff whenever I opened it. Oh, I see some shiny things. What do you got here? Instruction, reflective sticker. That is nice. I like that. Evo's got strong sticker game.
That's worth buying the parts right there.
Well, yeah. When you buy the sticker, they give you the parts for free. All right. So what's actually in here? We have. We've got an EVO blow-off valve, the second gen blow-off valve that they have. So the first one was pretty sick, but they found some ways that they can make it better. So it's there. I want it out of the plastic. I'm sweating like a fat kid at a doctor's appointment. It's so hot out here. Dude, that is so nice. Dude, feel that.
Oh yeah.
Billet.
Machined.
Fresh. That is going to be awesome. I can't wait to put that on there. So we got that, all the hardware that's included for that, the cat for the other line. So that's what we have in the first box. I had to buy these in separate orders because I'm poor. People are like, oh, you bought EVO parts, you must be rich. No, I've been waiting on the whole set to come together for a minute now. And it just so happens that EVO is really fast with their shipping. So I've had to sit and look at some of this stuff for a while. The boxes, because I didn't open the parts. What we got in here? Ooh. We have the intake boot that goes from the turbo. I want this out of the pack too. Well, it smells fresh. Plumbing. That's so nice. Oh yeah. That is going to be so much better. We've all seen the factory stuff. I'll leave you out there, and I've seen it too. Not the best, but this, tip top. So we've got that. We've got the intake boot. And if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want the other one. They're packed well. I'll tell you that for sure. It's thick plastic too. It's not none of that chintzy stuff. That's how you know the parts are going to be good when the plastic wrapping they're in is quality. Church tube. I can't wait to get that put on either. You know what goes there? Blow-off valve. So we have that. And of course I just bought the sticker and they sent the rest of it for free. Just kidding. That'd be nice though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How's the big mama? Wonder if I can kneel on my bad knee without crying like a little baby.
You may need some needle noses. Got no staples in there.
Nah. You just run it on the tape. And then you just yank them.
Tear it open like a savage.
Yeah. Like that. We got styrofoam. Let's go.
It's like Christmas in August, but we're sweating our balls off.
It's like Christmas, except I'm Santa, paying for all my own stuff. Oh, mama. Look in there. Get in there.
Oh, dear.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. It's all molded, so it's nice and good. All right. Shoo! Look at that sucker.
Oh, yes.
Tips. Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's so good. I guess the only thing we can do now is start taking off this old junk and getting there ready for this new stuff. I guess I'm going to get into doing that. Well, first things first here, I'm going to go ahead and take off this tube that vents from the belt box to here so I can have a little bit more room to work. And it is a 1/4 inch. If you don't want to use a flathead on the clamps, it's a 1/4 inch You need a 1/4 inch socket to take those off. Boom. Give her a little pinch. Come on out.
There we go.
I did wash this, I just didn't wash it very well. Now that that's out of the way, I think I'm going to go ahead. There's a T-band clamp up here on the air box because the whole tube is right there. You can see it. Right in here you can see the clamp.
Yep.
On the airbox side, there is a sensor on top of that. So be careful and don't break your sensor. What size socket do you think that is, House? You give it 7/16 a whole shot. That's a winner. 7/16 for the band clamps. Now, the new silicone charge tubes are going to be a little beefier on the outside because there's a thicker tube. It's strong, so it doesn't, you know, expand and contract under boost. So you want to take these clamps all the way out. Oh yeah, she's a long-winded puppy. You know what? Yeah, that's way better. All right, so that's off.
This part's a little harder to see.
Well, get up in there.
I got her in there.
You got it? You see it? Can you zoom on it? You like it? You love it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's loose. The goose is loose. All right, that'll be good. Pull that booger off the turbo. Right here, there are these 2 clamps that you'll have to cut off to get off of here. Don't worry about saving those because Evo provides better replacements for those. So we need to get those off, and then we'll get the sensor off, unplugged, and then we can pull it out and swap the sensor over the new tube. We got the tube out. These clamps, save the clamps. The clamps are good. This is the sensor on top that you want to save. You can all see that thing kind of junky. That's the difference between the two. Strong, sturdy, great airflow. You can also see that the diameter of this tube right here is much more than it is right there, so it's much less restrictive. More airflow, more power. We'll get this switched over, and then we'll be on to the charge tube. We'll have to take this sensor out. There is another bolt, and it's right in there. I guess I could open it instead of being a tool. There's another bolt the Evo provides that goes in where the sensor goes. So do not try to reuse the sensor bolt. If it doesn't work, it'll chew up your threads. Use the stuff the Evo provides. It's near the little torch. The torch be out to take this off. It's probably the one that's missing out. I don't know why I'm talking like Scotch Tape. Oh man. Like, who made this part and is like, you know what? That's the number right there. That's the one. Junk. Sucks. Poopy. Give her a little twist. I can't stop talking like Scott that, bro. Twist it on out of there. Oh. Twink. Careful, you don't want to break that little booger. Why am I putting this up there? Get her, boop. Pop right on in there, baby. I'll go ahead, put in the Evo supplied bolt.
Today's video brought to you by 2 fat boys in an unair conditioned shop.
Yeah. Hey, there's a winner. What is it? It is a 5 pop. Like I said in the oil change video, you don't have to torque this puppy down like you're trying to impress your girlfriend. Just make sure it's nice and snug on there.
What happened to your hand?
Yeah, so you see that one oil spot on the floor? When I went to get up, right in the drink, baby. Right in the smooch. It was not awesome. Get the bottom on there. Oh yeah, like a glove.
If we could get that clamp rotated a little bit towards the air box.
Just trying to find some space. Leave me alone, Dad. Are you serious? Get out of the way, butthole. Is it on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way I like it. I'd sing it closer to correct, but I don't want to get copyright strikes. We get that sensor plugged back in. Yeah. Okay, that's in. Pipes in on the bottom. Pipes in on the top. Slide the old clamp up a little bit. Tighten her down with the old 7mm. Evo clamps are 7mm. That's not going anywhere.
There she is.
Yep. The V-boot is in. The J-pipe, or whatever people call it, it's known by a lot of different names. The pipe that goes from the turbo inlet to the air filter box is on. Sensors installed, clamps are on, pipes are back, our tubes are back on it. So now we've got to take off the old charge tube there. There's another sensor on this too, and it is underneath this plastic on the bottom. So be careful that you don't break that sensor either whenever you're taking it off. You ready, Gopher?
Let's get it.
Let's go, dog. You don't have to climb in the bed, but it helps. What was that skit from? Was that Saturday Night Live or something?
Oh no, it was a guy on Facebook, the mechanic guy. You don't have to put oil in the motor, but it helps.
Oh, that's not what it looks like, officer, I promise. That is the stock recirculating valve. It has more of those disposable clamps on it. Josh, you want to take those off? A master of clamp removal. You can do it, put your back into it. Yeah, more of those sucky clamps there. I don't even know what they're called. Pieces of junk, that's what. Look at that EVO boot. Did you get it?
Got one.
Hey, let's go! Yeah!
Got it.
Take that, you sucker. There we go. Alright, so change of plans. The T-bolt clamp on the back of the charge tube is facing this way. So we are going to go ahead and take the old exhaust off, and we are going to get that prepped for the new one on, because there's so much, there's a lot more room to work in there without the muffler off there. So if you're going to buy charge tubes, just go ahead and buy a muffler too. Make it easier on yourself. But that's the plan, so we're going to go ahead and get that taken off. Old muffler's off. We'll probably have to take that heat shield off too, so we can get in there to the goods of that charge tube. And obviously you put that back on where you put the new muffler on, and then you'll be golden. You won't need the brackets on the side, because you're not putting that plastic crowd piece of junk on, because why would you want to cover up all that? Charge tube is off. This is the sensor that we were saying you got to watch out for. You don't have to, but if you spin around there and look, that heat shield that's on the floor, right there, there are 4 bolts that hold that in. If you want to take that off, it makes getting to this clamp much easier. But like I said, it all depends on how the manufacturer clocked it when they put it on. So that worked easier for us. If that's a roadblock you run into, that's what we did. Still the same 7/16 for the T-bolts, the T-bolt clamps. You can see this one is too also much very skinny. This one's a big thick boy. Big thick boy. You see what you're getting here. A lot of people said, oh, silicone, it's going to expand, it's going to contract. I promise you, this stuff is thick. I know it may not come across on video, but it's tough. I don't think you have to worry about it. Also, again with this, you're not going to reuse this bolt. EVO provides their own bolt for this. You will strip this out if you try to use the factory sensor bolt. I'm going to take this off. We're going to get the bolt on here. We're going to get the T-bolt clamps on here. You will reuse those also, just like the V-boot. And we'll get this sucker thrown back on.
What we got here?
We're just putting on the vent tube for the blow-off valve. Charge tube is in. Just got to tighten up the clamps. And then the only thing left to do will be to put the exhaust on it and listen to this puppy sing. Blow-off valve is in. Okay, let's do some clamp tightening, shall we? Beauty. Alright guys, so as they do, things happened. We were getting ready to put the muffler on to finish it up, and the studs got stripped. I didn't have extra studs to replace for that, so we're stuck waiting on that. It's not the way we wanted it to happen, but things do happen. We are going to get those parts, and we will have this thing finished up, so stay tuned.
Where are we headed?
So some things happened. The flange nuts kind of decided to take no prisoners with the threads whenever we were trying to put the new muffler on. And we missed it on camera because we were running a skeleton crew. So we've been in search of flange nuts. No local dealer has them. We're looking at hardware stores now to see if any of them have them. So I'm gonna hunt down these nuts. Somebody has them somewhere and we're gonna get them. So that's the plan right now. I debated whether cutting this video into 2 parts. I'm like, nah, nobody wants to wait for another one. We'll just go ahead and knock it all out at once. So I'm doing it. We're on a mission. That's why I haven't uploaded, other than the fact that I've been working nutso hours. Nuts. We're on the hunt. We're gonna get them. It's only been a few seconds for you guys, but it's been a whole week for us. So what happened was the studs down here, that one I had to cut off because the nut was stuck. That one stripped out. Actually, I think that one's okay.
That one was still good.
Okay, and then that one just twisted all the way off. So it's a pretty common deal with these. I don't have the right tools per se to fix that. So we're gonna try and do it the old-fashioned way. See if we can't get those out. I finally got Josh got some new studs. We finally tracked down some new nuts today. Success. So I guess we're just gonna give this a whirl and see if we can't get this thing fixed. We got her done. We did it. New studs are in. The exhaust is bolted on. We're going to go ahead and do one last look over to make sure that the connections are good for the charge tube and the V-band and the blow-off valve. And then we're going to send this sucker, see what happens. Alright, we did a quality check. Everything's on. Do the first fire up. Alright, you ready?
Let's get it.
Undercaster, go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a lot more tone. Hear that blow off, eh?
Sounds like ball valve. Whoops.
Yes, sir.
Alright, well, right here at the close off, let's try to give it a rip and see how it does.
Tone is just so much better.
does it look? Because it feels so much stronger in here.
Looks good.
It feels like it just pulls harder.
Really? It's breathing all that good air.
Oh, sunburn. It feels like it just pulls so much more, like the airflow is so much better.
Yeah.
How does it sound different? Because, you know, I'm usually in here. I'm not usually out there. So what do you think about how it sounds? Because it feels like, it doesn't feel a ton louder in here.
Right.
But it feels like more tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would definitely say that's probably it.
And the blow-off valve in here, you can hear a little psst, but it doesn't sound like, it's not like annoying. Could you hear it really well out here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. We did it. It took us 2 weeks, some broken exhaust studs, a few trips to different part stores, but we did it. We're finished. We got it all together. Stay tuned. We're going to get the draggy out, and we're going to see if we can get our way back to Mocan or even some dirt times, just kind of compare, you know, where it was to where we are now. That will be on the docket. And also, September 10th and 11th in Diamond, Missouri, they are having Gym City Days out there, and they are having a burnout contest, and we are entering that. So if you guys want to come out and you want to see us, we might have some t-shirts out there. I don't know what all we're going to have right now. There'll definitely be a few. Hang out with us, come and talk to us, and have a good time out there at Gym City Days. It's going to be great. That's all I have. EVO Power, baby. Where's that? Oh, right there. EVOLUTION POWERSPORTS. They do kind of own performance right now. That's why I wanted to go with them, and I'm 100% happy that I did. And I think if any of you guys else get EVO, you're going to be pretty happy with the results. This thing sounds, it's not like obnoxiously loud, but it's got a more full tone. The air definitely breathes better. The charge tube and the V-band intake, it definitely feels like it has more there. Like it just feels more raw in here. And the blow-off valve is just fun. I do enjoy that. Hey, thanks Josh for helping me put this all together.
No problem.
Everybody give Josh a hand. Yay! Guys, please subscribe. Subscribing is huge. We've had a pretty good incoming of subscribers lately, and I appreciate all you guys for that. It really helps a ton. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It helps us out, helps get our name out there. The more we get out there, the more content we can give you guys. And I'm 100% down for that. And you know what? Even if you don't subscribe, just watching the videos, I appreciate you just watching them. It's a huge thing for me. We just all started this for fun, and that's why we're still doing it, and that's why we'll keep doing it. So if you guys want to hang out and see some of that fun stuff, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. We love you. We'll see you later. Oh, bonus scene. My master mechanic over here is going to get his hands on it. I want to know how that blow-off valve sounds outside, and I think he deserves a rip. Oh, yeah. I think he might be scared to get on it. But a healthy amount of fear with these things isn't a bad thing. So get away from me quick. Here you go, boy. All your hard work. Uh-oh. What happened? Hold on. There you go. You gotta shut the door, Chief.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good? All right, awesome.
I get to it out the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way